Get out the insurance cards, get out the co-pays. The office is open, my friends, as this video is brought to you by drroto.com.
Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Roto along with Coach Al White, and we're talking about NFL rookie running backs. And there's a guy in Buffalo, James Cook, another Georgia Bulldog. So the Bills, Al, they weren't able to sign J.D. McKissick. They have Devin Singletary, who looked tremendous last year. They draft Cook. So my question to you is this: did they bring in Cook to be the J.D. McKissick? Or did they bring in Cook to supplant Singletary and say, hey, you're our guy?
I think more of the McKissick role. He was a really good pass catcher for Georgia. Just actually kind of almost elite hands for running backs, like really good hands for a running back. And he's just one of those freak athletes that could turn into that 3-down role. He didn't have to do that at Georgia because they were blowing teams out at half. So you really just didn't get to see the type of talent that he could bring. I was always like, why are we not running Cook out there more against Alabama, especially when they were getting blown out in that game before the national championship, the SEC championship? Why was Cook not on the field? And then when he did, he had that 40-yard touchdown reception. And it's like, okay, here we go. Put him back in. So this is what I want to see, is just get the guy on the field, and we'll have a lot more to say about him in week 4. But I think Devin Singletary kind of cemented his job there at the end of the year. He played really well for Buffalo. I just think they wanted somebody to come in and be a little bit change of pace in Buffalo. And I love the pick. I think it was really wise of Buffalo to go grab him.
I do have a question for you, though. Brian Dable is an offensive genius, but he's not there anymore. Ken Dorsey is now the offensive coordinator. Josh Allen has never been a check down kind of guy. James Cook is going to have to be a check down player unless they're throwing him balls out of the backfield. Do you think that they will be able to set up enough plays for him to be successful?
From a fantasy standpoint, not worth it. No. I think by year 2, we might see it's going to take an injury to get a little bit more playing time. It's going to take him proving himself during that playing time. And then before you know it, then we'll start scheming plays. But that could be week 12 before we even see like the real James Cook and what his talent can be. But it could end up being, 3 weeks down the road, we hear that somebody gets Devin Singletary tears his ACL, and then we have a different discussion and a different video that we're talking about James Cook, where he is getting drafted in the 2nd round now. For right now, let's temper those expectations. But I do think the talent's there.
James Cook, somebody I'm targeting late in my drafts because he's one injury away from being a superstar.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.